right, everybody. JT back with you guys here in the studio again, Studio 104 Live, and it is a throwback big rig Thursday for you today. Got something special. We didn't get a chance to have our November cover truck feature guy on air last month. Things didn't work out in his schedule. We had our show, which was our November Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve show, which would have been Kevin's time too. But we got him today, man. So Kevin Young going to be with us here shortly, and we're going to be talking to him, sharing all the stories and fun things about what it's like to be driving around in an 80s throwback Freightliner cab over with a Detroit, no less, underneath that. And out there doing it every day, making money, man. So, even at 4 miles a gallon, you still got to turn $1, right? So whatever you do, I don't know, you find hills you can coast down. I know how Detroits are, so we'll be talking about that. They love another gallon of diesel, man. They just do. They live for it. They never met a fuel stop they didn't like. I know because I had one and it lived for it. Throwback Big Rig Thursday. We're going to start bringing more of these out and talking more about kind of what it means in a big rig aspect, but not only that, in a throwback. What happened this time 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe more. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, got a short list of some things that I found today that are kind of interesting. One thing, and it's not a throwback, it is something very, very unfortunate that came across my news feed today, and like to say that as just fans of humanity, number one, but I know a bunch of us are NASCAR fans. The passing of Greg Biffle and his family in a tragic accident. Plane went down this morning in North Carolina. I've been able to kind of dig and get more info, and it took off, had trouble, tried to turn around, come back and land, and did not land successfully. 5 fatalities, family of 4, and I understand either the pilot or co-pilot, not sure on that one, but private Cessna Citation business jet, business class jet. And he was on his way to go see Cletus McFarland. And I just today learned Cletus, that's his on-air persona. He actually has a different real name. And he was on his way there to visit him for the day. I guess they're really close friends, him and his family. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the whole entire NASCAR family. Greg, I'm sorry, been in the industry for forever. Been a racer forever. Biffle's been a name we've had that has been shared in our radios, TVs, and otherwise for many, many, many decades, and a very sad day. Tragedy all around, and I didn't get really touch on it yesterday, and we had some shows yesterday. We had 2. We had our morning drive that we did, and then we had our afternoon show, the Studio 104 Live weekly update. The other things that have been going on and are in continuous either investigation, Brown University, now MIT, apparently they're saying they've tied, and I didn't even know about this until today, and that was that there was a professor at MIT that was struck down in the hallway of a house or somewhere back there, and this, so they're saying there might be some connection. Just so many tragedies going on right now, and this is the time of year we should be uplifting each other and doing things that help us kind of go through, close this year out, and open a new one. So we're going to start doing that. Not that we haven't already. I think we did a great job with that yesterday with Ingrid Brown on the show on the weekly update. What a great spirit she has, and enjoyable to listen to and share a conversation with. Uh, Very uplifting, and I think the rest of us can learn from that and do our part to be that light in this season, this time of year, and around Christmas and the birth of our Savior. So uh, let's all focus on that, and condolences to all families that are involved that are going through any kind of tragedy right now this time of year. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody that's in so far. In fact, we've got some folks in here, and I don't know yet. I'm looking over here. If you do not comment, I won't see that you're in the show. So just give me a shout and let me know you're there, and I can give you one back. Kind of how it works. It's the way that the system is set up, and your comments will go out on the screen and the live feed. So love to share that with everybody. This is a bonus for our advertisers, and that would be Evans Detailing and Polishing, Time to Shine, and of course Pittsburgh Power and their Max Mileage fuel additive product. They sponsor our monthly cover truck feature, and we did have them on board again yesterday as well. Now we have them on board again today, and we did let them sponsor that show last month, so it's a bonus for them too, and a bonus for you. So we get to bring in our cover guy here and get that covered. Now, some of the other things, the more kind of interesting, fun things that I did find in history, and this is perfect for the season. 1946, man, we're going to jump back a little bit. Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life premiered in 1946 on this date. And I mean, who hasn't seen that movie? And I think better the question is like, how many times have you seen it? That's been around a while. Some other stuff that's gone on. Remember the Scream movies? Premiered on this date in 1996. Wes Craven classics. What else happened around here? Yeah, there's a lot of politics, man. There's a lot of I'm going to get some fun stuff for us that I can look up. And I did check out a lot of different resources out there. One, I did a search to see what had happened in trucking on this day, and the response back from AI was absolutely nothing. So, okay. I'm sure something happened somewhere, but I don't know what it is. 1971, Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange. Classic sci-fi, man. Titanic, a bunch of different movie releases. This is that time of year for that kind of stuff. Movies are big around the holidays. I love this one, man. Guitarist, songwriter Keith Richards, born in 1943. I saw a great picture today, man. It was a picture of Keith Richards and Willie Nelson, and they were walking up the side of a pyramid with a block. And the caption was something like Keith helping Willie out, back in the day. And they're building the pyramids, man. These guys, listen, they're not going to be around forever, but the fact that they're still here, it's a pretty amazing thing. And probably more on Keith's side than Willie. I mean, the things that Keith Richards has done in his lifetime, no doubt. What other kind of fun stuff was on here that I found? I think that's about it, man. But we'll get some better stuff on here and more interesting and trucker related stuff that we can share and talk about. We'll get it on. We'll get it going. Let's talk about this truck now. I love the fact that the name of the article, and thanks Dan, miles per gallon is it's a good way to go with it. It's a 1981 12V71. Freightliner FLA, and I like the look of the Freightliners. Never had a problem with them. The reputation, of course, there's all kinds of different names for them and stuff. I mean, let's face it, right? Freight shakers and on, and that comes from the fact that they do shake and they do rattle and they do roll, man. That's just what they do going down the road. If you're inside driving one of these old ones, man, you know that. And I know Kevin knows that, but I bet he's got that thing tightened up. So rather than me talk more about it, I want to bring him on in. Kevin, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right, sir. How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I couldn't ask for better right now. I got to say, I love your cab over, and I'm a big fan of cab overs. I never really put one on the road every day like you do, but I have done some miles in a cab over, and there's just something cool about a cab over, man. What
Yeah.
did you like? What made you fall in love with these?
That's what I grew up in. So the first truck I ever rode in, my dad got a 85 362 cab over Peterbilt with a 92 in it. So that's where my love for Detroit's came from. Because I know that'd be a question coming up next. But I rode in that truck the first rode in the truck the first 8 years of my life. So that was the song that was singing to me the first, picking me up from school in the truck, letting me miss school. So go to Phoenix with him, go to the Bay Area with him. So, and from that point on, it went from that truck to his big sleeper Peterbilt 1693, then another big sleeper Freightliner, and just a bunch of other cab overs. So there was a few hoods thrown in there here in between, but 99% cab overs. So it's what I grew up in, is what my dad had.
And you have obviously held true to that, to the roots there, man. Here you are. You got this 81 you're running every day. And there's a
Yeah.
great story about this truck. So if you haven't read it yet, guys, get out there, get on the website 104magazine.com, or get your copy of your magazine, and check out what all happened with this truck. And then it's another out of California, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes.
Out of the high desert, out of Feeling.
So another California save. Our current cover trucker for December, same thing is Kenworth 900A model. That's another California save. These trucks leave California, they get another life, they get a reprieve, man. And this one, so supposedly you don't come into California with this truck, right?
Man, all the time. Man, I can't even sit here and tell that lie.
All right, that's okay.
All the time.
All right, that's okay, man. You know what? I always thought of it, whatever you got to do to turn a dollar and make some money, man. You know, you go where you got to go, right?
Got to do what you got to do. When money calls, I run.
Yeah. Cab overs and FLC. Dan, our editor, I don't know if you read that down there, but Dan's apologizing for not being able to make it. He's got to work to get the next issue for January out, and that's what he's working on. But Dan is a huge Freightliner fan. He loves those trucks, and you know what? I no hating. I got no hate for them. I've always thought they were cool looking, and honestly, there's the old Freightliner, FLCs, Max Superliners, those trucks, you know, they had a cool look to them, man. I dug them, and I owned mine, was a Mac Superliner. That was my thing. But you know, you go where you go. Finally, I ended up in a Peterbilt. Jeff Botello in the show. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Where are you at now, and what's it looking like for you out there? What's happening in your world? Yep, we locked up. Come on back to me, man. Come on back. Internet let us down in Texas, it looks like. So is everybody else in there? Am I still live, or is it both of us? I'm seeing myself moving here in the screen. Let me drop Kevin out and see if I can. There he is. You back?
There you go.
There you go. So did I freeze on your screen?
Yes, it froze on. Yeah, you just went away.
Okay, all right. Well, you froze on mine, so I don't know what we got going on. All right, so it looks like it's on your end. So we'll work around it, man. We'll work around it. Thanks, Dan, for chiming in. What are you up to in your world, and where are you at right now? What's going on with Kevin?
I'm here. I'm home in Waxahachie, Texas, doing my local stuff. Home every night. Every once in a while, I'll branch out, do the California thing. But I'm here. I'm home. I do my local rebar loads. I do my axle loads. Go out, do 1-2 loads a day, come back, and I'm home to hang out with the family. But we just keep it simple. I've done my time on the road and all that stuff. So we keeping it simple. Keeping it simple.
Yeah. Good. Stay close to home. You can make just as much money. I did it for years, and eventually I had to branch out so I could get some winter work going for myself and my drivers. But it's in the dump truck world. That's a tricky thing to do, but we figured it out. you came out to California, obviously, for the Souza show, and that's where the truck got its photo shoot done. Dan took you out there and put you in the arena and did some pictures out there. And Jeff Patel is saying howdy to you. Mentioned
What's
Denton.
going on, Jeff?
Yeah, nice. Jeff's a good guy to know, man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
What's coming up in the near future that we might see you and your truck at a show somewhere? Where any places you got pinned on the map yet?
Man, I've got to get to the rodeo. I plan on doing Trucking for Kids again I plan on doing it next year. I haven't gone for the last couple years. Work was actually pretty busy, which is a good thing. Won't complain about it. But it was real busy, couldn't get out. But I do plan on getting Trucking for Kids, plan on getting to the rodeo. I got a lot of buddies get out to that rodeo, and oh man, you got to be there. You got to be there. And from the pictures and everything, man, I got to get there.
Now, are you going to do the show and shine, or are you going to do the rodeo, or both, one or the other? What are you doing?
I probably do the show and shine. Go over there, show it, shine it, park and hang out. That thing's got to go back to work.
Well, I don't know, man. You know, you might want to get in on at least one event so you can put yourself up on that half mile. And you stretch that 12 out a little bit. Everybody's asking, oh man, what does it do? What's it running the quarter mile? How fast is it? What kind of power it put out? So yeah, that would be kind of nice to get it out there on the track, see what it does. Maybe even do a little bit of an exhibition run out in Famoso, Trucking for Kids, huh? Yeah. I'm all about it. I mean, this might be a big, big call out, and I don't know that he'd do it or not, but Big Ed, 12 to 12 up on Famoso on the quarter mile. What do you think, Big Ed? You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. A kid is going to stay in the kid's place. Man, my 12 runs good. I'm not. It's no slouch. It's definitely no slouch. It's got some updated turbos, got some hot injectors. That's another reason why for the 3.5 miles, 4 miles to the gallon. But no, I'm nowhere near Big Ed. He holds the candle.
Yeah, that's a beautiful truck, brother. I mean, different build out and deal altogether, but still, a couple of big 12s out there side by side would be fun just to see him and hear him do it.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I'd be honored just to be on the track with him.
Yeah, right on. Dan says open deck backing, baby. So maybe that's your calling for it.
I can back up, but my buddy Chris Gary, I think he's got that one sold up. I saw a couple of videos. Yeah, I saw his video out there. He was looking pretty good.
There was a bunch of fun to be had out there this year in those events, man. There really was. Let's bring your truck on aboard here and share that with everybody. Some great shots. This is at the Stanislaus County Fairgrounds where the photo shoot took place on a sunnier day than is anywhere near happening out here right now. We're back in the fog. Yesterday was the first day in 30 days that the San Joaquin Valley saw that there was still a sun in the sky and blue sky, and it was only momentary. It's back to fog. In fact, last night it was thicker fog than it's been the whole 30 days. It was down on the ground. So we're not seeing any of that great looking blue stuff right now, but man, look forward to seeing some of it soon. And obviously you guys, checking these photos out, man, this is the answer to every reader that ever puts a comment into our social media that says, oh, you guys are all just doing, trailer princesses and show truck, whatever. You know what, man? No. They'll work a truck right here, buddy.
Oh, yeah. She's got plenty flaws.
That's a working truck, man. It's a working truck. I love the twin sticks too, by the way, man. You're in the whole thing here. You got the twin sticks, you got the Detroit, the cab over. You've got like every, every deal that everybody objects to kind of thing going on here, man, just to mess with folks, right?
When I built this truck, I was looking for the wow factor. A lot of guys, especially a lot of friends, they ask me, what was in mind, when you built. So to go back a little bit, and you guys saw it in the story, when my dad sold his big sleeper Freightliner back in 03, the original 308. I wanted that truck back. Wanted it. So I ended up finding this truck, saying I'm going to recreate it one day. It didn't have the sticks, it didn't have the Detroit, but the outside was very similar, minus the keep on truck and paint scheme. But I figured I had that truck back and wanted to take it to another level. So what I mean by the wow factor, I wanted somebody to see it and say, wow, look at that big sleeper Freightliner. Oh, wow, it's stretched out. Oh, wow, it's got sticks. Wow, it's got a Detroit. Wow, it's got twin turbos. Wow, you run that thing cross country. I was going for the wow factor. It sounds corny, but I mean, I was trying to build that dream.
Well, you mission accomplished. How many horsepower is this running out at, and what kind of RPMs you got to be running to get there?
You know what? So to be honest, I'm not going to tell any lies. I haven't put it on a dyno yet. But it's got updated 60 series style turbos with 100 millimeter injectors. Now I'm going to say that because a close friend of mine tells me he has, it's not that he's telling me, I know the truck. He's got a twin turbo 12 with 75 millimeters, and it's putting out 550 horses with just 75s.
Yeah.
So with those hundreds and the updated turbos, man, it's got to be over 6. It's got to be over 600.
I'm thinking you got to be like in the 6.5s or better, right?
And I like to say that the timing, the gear train timing is advanced. I've done some stuff to it, and it runs. It runs.
And what do you got? What are you running for gears?
It's got a 6 and a 4 with 370s.
370s, okay.
Yep, 370 rears. Yep.
Yeah.
So in 6 and 4, it'll do about 83, 84. So the truck will turn 2,800 RPMs. I don't run it that high whatsoever. If I cruise down the road, 1850, 1900, you can't lug them. But, if I'm pulling the heel, you cannot lug them. You kill them. But so in the same breath, I don't lug it. But you get a lot of guys, oh man, slam your hand in the door and drive it like you're mad. No, I don't drive it like that either. I find it sweet spot. I shift it there. I pull it there and just take it easy.
I was looking at a message I just got in here. How do you drive a Detroit? Slam your hand in the door, get in, and drive it like you're mad. Yeah, I know.
Right.
And all the guy. I mean, listen, when I had that 92 that I ran, as soon as somebody would hear it, or if it was parked at the show and somebody saw it, the old timers, they'd come all over that thing and just love it because that's what they drove, a lot of them, man, whether it was a 92 or whatever, any version of a Detroit 2-stroke anyway out there. They love these trucks, and I bet a lot of the old timers love this too. But the truth about them, man, is when they run good, oh man, it
runs good. Yeah,
it's a fun ride to do. Now, those 370s got to help you on the hills. I had 370s in my Mac, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Okay. And it's still, man, it just, it would just flop on the hills. It did not like the hills under load. So you wind it up as far as you can go and just stand on it and get over the damn thing. And then there's a downhill on the other side.
Waiting for the downhill.
Wait for the downhill. Yeah. But put me out on a flat. Forget about it. I had a 13 speed with a double overdrive in it, man.
Oh, so that thing would get out and ride.
So it would go. It had legs. These days, and I don't know where we're at mileage wise. I'm not up to date on the tech side of things as much. I got to bring a couple of our tech guys in and get them involved. In fact, if you show up at TFK this year, I'm hoping our buddy Mario, because he said he wanted to kind of step his game up from Mario's high performance diesel. I don't know if he's got a mobile dyno or not, but I'd love for us to get a dyno down there and have that on site while we're there doing TFK in the pits. Man, you get dynos out there, get guys to check out their rigs. That'd be fun. I'll talk to him about that. But the mileage thing, I think the best anybody's getting out there, and I bet they're bragging when they say it, maybe 7.5 on a,
Yeah,
a fully tuned electronic modern motor, seven and a
right.
half miles a gallon, man. You think that's reasonable?
You know, see, I haven't, I've driven new trucks, but I haven't driven them enough. You know what I mean? To say, yeah, that's true or no, that's not. But in my mind, I was thinking, fully loaded, 48,000, fighting the wind or no wind, but fully loaded, especially out on the West Coast. I mean, I think 6 miles to the gallon max,
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say those guys are liars because I don't have a new truck, so I can't tell you. But it seems like six, because I'll put it to you like this: that 92 that I had in this truck before I put the 12 in it, it had 110. Well, I had 115s in at one point, but had 110 millimeter injectors in it. It was hot and loaded. I can get 5 miles to the gallon, loaded for an old
5?
two-stroke Detroit,
Yeah.
five all day long. The 92 that I had in my Keep On Trucking truck, 5 miles to the gallon. I had 110s in it also. So, burn clean, no smoke. So I figure if that old bucket, is getting 5 miles to the gallon. So, 7 miles on a new truck just might be right.
So have they ever pulled you in and done an opacity test on you at any of the scales? Has that ever happened?
No, so they did pull in my Keep On Trucking truck, probably about 3 years ago. They pulled me into Winter Haven scales, eastbound, down there on the 8. They pulled me in there. I had the straight pipes on, and they pulled me in. He said, he asked for my driver's license and this and that. And, it was a carb guy. And I told him, I said, sir, you're wasting your time. You might as well just give me the ticket, do whatever you're going to do, and send me on. Because this truck ain't compliant. We're just wasting our time. So anyways, I tell you, long story short, he said, well, I tell you what, I'm going to just get out of here and don't come back. Don't come back. If you come back, we're gonna stick it to you. So he actually gave me a break. Yeah, he gave me a break.
Well, that was nice of him to do that.
It was.
I got pulled in Livermore, and they did an opacity test on me there, and I had to get into the shop directly after that and see if there was anything they could do to get me under 40%, I think it was, or something. But anyway, that was I learned a lot. I remember our conversation before the show. We were talking. I learned a lot on that truck about what I need to do to run and operate in a way that takes eyes off in the negative light and gives me something, that they look at and go, oh, you know what? I appreciate that. And they give me a break. And I did. I learned a lot about that, especially in that damn Detroit, man. Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of breaks, and believe it or not, again, not trying to sound like, the typical guy, but keeping the truck clean and it being different makes a difference. It makes a big difference. I remember in this yellow truck going through Price, Utah, out there on US 6, and I had the straights on there. I had the 92 in it at the time, and I'm pulling the hill, and as soon as I get to the top of the hill, was a state trooper off to the side, and he immediately pulled out, lit me up, pulled over, and asked for all my stuff. He said he's going to do a level 1. I said, oh, okay, no problem. So long story short, he went under there, did the level 1, came out. He goes, what year did you say this truck was again? I said, it's an 81, sir. He goes, man, where do you want your sticker? Where do you want it? I'm like, oh, man, that was an honor. He said, this thing is well taken care of.
Yeah.
And I've gone through a lot of scales, and they give me the red light. Oklahoma, for instance, going up 35. They'd give me the red light, cop walk out. What year is this thing? That's an 81. Hey, it looks good. All right, get out of here. They make your heart beat fast when they give you the red light, but you feel good. It's a compliment.
You get through and get out of there. Yeah. No,
yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
so it's happened.
My first lesson was when I got pulled in and they stuck that sniffer down the pipe, and I got a ticket and all that. The other complaint that the guy had is that when he got under the truck, he got absolutely covered in grease, and that's because it was a 92, and I'm assuming that yours has some slobber tubes on it as well.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can finish.
No, okay. So after that, that's when I got myself set up. I got a steam high power pressure washer, steam cleaner. and took the truck to the shop. And then the guys at the Detroit shop, they put the recovery tanks on that engine that the Greyhound buses used to run. And that way all that oil would get collected into that tank. And then when you do an oil change, you dump that tank out too. So when I got re-inspected and everything done, got my stickers, I got my pre-pass, I got everything, man. You know, it was a good feeling, like you're saying, you know, to have that.
Oh yeah.
Have that happen. But yeah, that's a whole, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'll let Kevin explain it. But just, so do you have this, does that engine got the slobber tubes on it too, or what did you do?
You know what? So it does have the air box drains mounted on the side of the block. Yeah, slobber tubes, but that happens. It makes a mess if the blower, well, there can be a number of things, but for one, if the blower seals are out, but for two, most importantly, when people let them idle.
Let them idle.
And you cannot let a Detroit idle. So the last two 92s that I built, one of them that a buddy helped me build, man, that thing was dry as a bone. And sometimes I would suffer at night because, you know, you get out somewhere across the country in the cold and you let it run for a few minutes with the heater on and then you shut it off. It's like, I don't want this thing to start leaking, you know. So wrap up and you fire it up one more time. But, you know, I don't lug them. Don't let them idle. You know, they were pretty dry. This V12, it's giving me the blues with oil leaks. Blues. It's not coming out of the slobber tubes. It's just this gasket. Now it's leaking from that gasket. Now it's leaking from here. Now this motor's giving me the blues as far as oil leaks. I mean, it runs like a champ, but these oil leaks again. Matter of fact, I just ordered some gaskets today from a buddy of mine in California. They'll be here probably Monday, and over the Christmas break, I'll be pulling the trans and flywheel housing off and doing the plate gasket, flywheel housing gasket, rear main seal, putting all that crap back together. So, you know, it's not stopping the truck from running, but I can't stand a messy truck.
No.
You know, I keep my bucket always washing it down. So, yeah, I'll be tightening that up over the break.
You know what? I think they're part Harley Davidson or Volkswagen, them trucks.
For real.
Because they like to mark the spot. You know, and those 8B92s were in a lot of the Greyhound buses, and they just sit there at the bus station and idle, and that's, you know, the curse. Like you said, you don't want your Detroit idling, at least not your two-stroke, anyways. And for, you know, and a lot of the experts say don't let any of them idle, and yeah, I don't know. You know, we do whatever we got to do. Again, it's whatever we got to do to get through the day or the night, and especially if you're in a truck at a stop and you're, you know, only source of heat's that truck. And in your case, that'll radiate heat quite a while back up into the cab once that thing's been fired, right? I mean, for it will get warm. That AC will freeze you out. I have no issues with none of that. But like I said, it's just letting the truck run, you know. And I know I need to update and get the Webasto system buddies of mine telling me about, you can do this and do that, and you know, but I don't live in the truck like I used to. You know, I say from 2015 to maybe 2020 or maybe from 2015 to about 21, I was living in that truck 5-6 weeks at a time, coast to coast, literally. And that's the time I should have done all that, you know, but now I'm home every night. Every once in a while I'll go out, come back, but I'm home every night, so I didn't sweat, you know, going an extra mile on. Hey, give a big shout out to Big Ed Davis. He's joining us just now.
He's going to talk about me. Big Ed.
Big Ed says Raven's taking a nap, so he's got full attention over here to the show now. Ed, how are you, my friend? Merry Christmas to you and Raven and all the family, man. Love you guys.
Merry Christmas.
You know, there's always things that we got to deal with in our world of trucking, whether it's, you know, you got this leak you're chasing, you got this rattle, growl, noise, whatever. Yet we still do it, man. You know, it's just part of the gig, right?
It is. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, no, and I respect you for that, man. I love the fact that you've got yourself an old piece of iron out here on the road that you've taken a lot of pride and into it and making it something, and then to make it on the cover of the magazine. And by the way,
honor.
Congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely,
again.
man. Absolutely. Lance Ledbetter. Lance, how's it going, man? How's things up in Washington State tonight? I hear it's still coming down up there, and I hope you guys are over the worst of the flooding up there. Some of the worst flooding they've had up there in I don't know how many years. Now, right now in my neck of the woods of Grants Pass, Southern Oregon, they're getting that stuff, and now where I'm at here in California, it's supposed to start literally any minute, I guess. We're supposed to get like this river coming through here and dump on us. So we'll see what happens. But love the fact that there's guys like you out there that are still in it, doing it the way you're doing it. Now, do you have any kids you're bringing up in the business or anything like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I've got my two boys, Justin and Adrian. Justin's 13. Adrian is 9. Justin is just like me. He's been bit by the bug. He doesn't want to do anything but drive a truck. You know, so he sees the pictures. He rides with me. He hears the stories. He talks to my father, his grandfather. You know, so he's stuck. He's hooked. He go to my dad's yard. He go to my yard, see the old stuff. But it's like, son, you know, it's I'm doing it like this, but there's no telling how much longer I'll be able to do it. So for somebody like him, hard-headed like me, you know, I remember my dad's friends telling me, you know, oh, little man, be a firefighter, be a doctor, lawyer, you know, all that fancy stuff. Nah, I want to drive a truck.
Reminds me of a country song, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up. Anyway, Dan's shouting you out to you there, Ed. I got to put that one up, man. Get you to do a slow roll lap together down the track at TFK.
I'm on it.
I don't know about a slow roll, but I mean, you know, isn't it time?
We can slow roll in 1 at 2100 RPM. That way they can enjoy the sound.
Ed, tell me if you've seated the rings on that engine yet or not, and if you haven't, got a quarter mile in Famoso that might be good for that.
Oh, shoot.
Stir it up. I'd love to hear it. I mean, not only see it, but love to hear it. Oh my gosh, man, that would be some sounds. And that's coming up again in 26, first weekend of May. So it won't be long here, and we'll be talking about pre-register and get it going and get set up and everybody get on down there, man. That's going to be happening. Oh man, I got some more nice pictures of this rig I'm going to bring on up here while we're chatting away. And Lance, still not good up there. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you guys. I know the levees have been breaking away from you out there. I've been seeing that on the Weather Channel, on the Fox Weather Channel. They've been covering it real good up there. Now this must be when you went and picked that rig up, right?
Yes, sir. Had my good buddy, Chris Caverno, Southside Towing, had him go up there and get it for me. I was out in Houston, Texas. And after I wouldn't make the deal with the guy, paid for the truck, did all that, I had to go out of town. And then I ended up sending Chris up there to pick her up and bring her on home for me.
Nice.
Yep, 2013. That's when I was just overhauling the motor. And well, actually, not overhauling. Back in May here, I had to the crank broke on me. That's why the truck sat for 4 years. Yeah. So I was taking the old crank out and putting the new one in.
That's a lot to get into, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Now, how is it to get parts for these? Are you still able to find everything easy?
It is not that bad. So I have a number of parts. I've run Detroit since I've started trucking. So I've got a ton of parts, a lot of hard parts, gaskets, overhaul kits, all that stuff. Believe it or not, it's still plentiful. You can still get it. Now, if you're talking about just trucking across the road, breaking down somewhere, and can you run in the fleet prior to Truck Pro and grab something? No, you cannot.
Yeah, no.
So if you open the side box of my truck right now, you will see the Snap-on tune-up kit. You will find a couple of spare injectors. You'll find a fuel pump. I keep an electric fuel pump with me because if you run those out of fuel and for whatever reason they lose their prime, they're a nightmare to get back going. So I keep all that stuff. I'm trucking out of the 70s, man. Yeah. you gotta have that stuff.
You got to leave the barn prepared so you don't come back in on a hook.
That's right.
I mean, I got so many more questions about these engines too. I mean, look, I got an '06 Dodge I run. You would think no big deal to get parts for it.
Right.
It's a joke.
Yeah,
And I
I
mean,
believe it.
it's just stupid how hard it is to get parts anymore now. And
Yeah.
that's a '06 pickup truck, 3,500 1-ton, man. Should be like
Yeah.
everyday, stuff, and it's just not anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's not. They're not making it easy on us, the guys that want to run old iron, to keep them
Right.
running.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Now when I say I can still find parts fairly easy, but just as well as the next man, when you're into something, you tend to follow a certain crowd and you kind of have a lead on certain stuff.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So if you're part of a club, for instance, they'll always this person knows that person who knows that person. So it's a little easier to find stuff. You
yeah.
know. So that
I love, what I love too, man. Back in the day when I was running, there was some guys running, 10-wheelers, transfers, whatever, dump trucks, and some of them, the truck itself, it just wasn't much to look at, but damn, did it have nice wheels on it.
Man, I can tell you all about that. I can tell you all about, growing up in Southern Cal, in Compton, and really Compton has nothing to do with it, but growing up in Southern Cal,
Yeah.
hauling out of the harbor,
Yeah.
growing up with my father, hauling out the docks, you see
Yeah.
container haulers, steel haulers, whatever. A lot of those guys down there could not afford a new truck. We're talking about, prior to the clean air era.
Right.
A lot of those guys wasn't having new trucks. They couldn't get a paint job. So you're talking about a truck with faded paint, primer fenders, dented fuel tank, but them wheels.
Yeah.
The wheels are polished, tires are Armor All.
Hey, you never have a truck that ain't cool if it's got shiny wheels on it. It's cool. And I'll tell you something, man. Now that's a thing guys are going for, man. It's like, okay, you know what? They leave the body and they got a name for it, patina, right? Leave that look, and the wheels are good and everything else, it don't matter, man. Now, obviously the family here, this is a little while back. So that's the wife and your boys there, yes?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Right on. Good deal. Now, what do we got going on here, man?
That's my other baby, old 337. That's sitting right here in my driveway, just right outside my garage. That's the one's got the silver 92 in it.
That looks like it's ready for the Christmas parade right there.
Yeah. So actually, that picture was taken in 2014. The owner of Keep On Trucking passed away, Paul Bogenauer. And they invited me and my father, my father and I, because we still had a couple of Keep On Trucking trucks. So they invited us to park our trucks out front just to, represent, since he was the owner of Keep On Trucking.
And where was he out of?
Was he out of Stockton?
That's
he
what
was
I'm
originally
thinking.
he was originally from Los Angeles, because when they started in Wilmington. And then, later in the years, he ended up moving up north, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I think you're right. Here we go. Dan chiming in. Dan, I hope we're not taking away from production, buddy, but he says when he shot the dual truck all those years ago, the owner at that time thought the wheels were too shiny, so he threw dirt on them.
Not too shiny. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh, dude. That's hilarious. Oh, man. I remember seeing Keep On Trucking on the doors in Stockton back in the day, and because I lived in the Valley for 15 years there in Manteca, and then 5 years before that up in Lodi. So I was in the Valley for about 20 years. And I remember seeing that, and I thought to myself, man, that was the smartest thing anybody ever did. Now back then, not that we had the vision to know that, he should have locked that URL up for a website, man. It'd be worth who knows how much nowadays, right?
Yeah.
But cool looking rig, man. Now, do you still have it painted just like this? And
It's still like that, sitting right here in my driveway. The unfortunate part, it just got a few spun main bearings. So that'll be the next project. Yeah, we'll be getting to that again. But it's still sitting here looking like it's not polished right now, but it's still all together.
Does it still have Keep On Trucking logo on the door?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's original paint from '85, back when they were using Imron. and that thing still buffs out today. Still buffs like a new paint job. Yes,
God,
sir.
keep that one just the way it is then. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Way to go. Right on. Well, listen, man, we're running up on the top of the hour. We're pretty close to it. Dan says he's going to get back to work. So Merry Christmas to Cab Over Canada. Appreciate you being able to make it with us today, man. Thank
you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I look forward to getting to see you in Famoso, Bakersfield, California, there for Trucking for Kids. You and your family, Merry Christmas to you. And again, congrats and welcome to the 10-4 family.
Thanks a million, sir. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. Kevin, take care. We'll love to have you back anytime, brother. Take care.
Okay. Sounds good. Take it easy.
All right. All right, everybody. Kevin Young there from Texas and sharing his story and fun and work, man. It takes all of that. And what was the saying, if you love your work, you'll never work a day in your life, and there's truth to be said about that, because if you enjoy what you're doing, I love what I do. And I loved what I did when I was trucking, man, all of it. It was, hey, listen, it's challenging, but loved it. And I can see Kevin likes it, loves it, and lives it every day. And he's got some great trucks out there. So you guys be sure and give him a shout out on the radio. Hopefully he's got a C. Give me a thumbs up if you got a CB in that rig, Kevin. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, he does. There you go. Right on. Right on. So give him a shout out. And hopefully he's been getting a lot of those while he's been out on the road since he got on the cover, and he's nodding his head that he has. And that's always a fun thing too. So nothing like the bragging rights, man. It's like winning the race that, might not have the big money behind it, but it's sure got a lot of bragging rights to it. So there's only 12 covers per year, one per month. And that's a very sacred piece of real estate. So that truck will be on there and it'll be there forever, never to be taken away or taken down. So, all right, everybody, listen, thanks for jumping in and checking us out on a Throwback Big Rig Thursday. Appreciate it. I am going to wander off and go take care of some more stuff. You guys have any guests you'd like to see on any of the shows? The Morning Drive, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Studio 10-4 Live, 5 p.m. Wednesdays. These are Pacific Standard Times. Thursday's a little more free-flowing. I don't know how yet on time what we're going to do there, but you know what? We'll try and do more of these for you guys and bring in some more of the fun facts and history and what might have happened, or make up some of our own stories to tell you anyways that it might have happened, but nobody's there to really tell us about it. We'll see what we can come up with. But check out Testa and Carpenter, The Morning Drive, 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Till maybe tomorrow for a drive-by, which we can very likely do, give you a little bit of what's happened this week and what's coming up in the week ahead. Maybe check us out then. Next Wednesday, Christmas Eve, we will be live at this point, still planning on it. Not sure what we're going to have for you yet, but I'm going to get that worked out. I've got some things in the works. We're waiting for some callbacks on that. We'll see what happens. New magazine will be coming out before you know it. Dan's working on it right now. Enjoy December's edition. Get a subscription. Get one for that favorite trucker that, or enthusiast of trucking. It's great stocking stuffer. Just put a little card in there and says, I love you. I got you a subscription to 10-4 magazine. And it's in the stocking, and they know they're going to get that January edition if you get it done now. All right, everybody. Take care. Keep the shiny side up. JT, until next time, we'll see ya.